Okay, before I begin, I'm just gonna say this, which is, here's the thing that I completely believe about Pokimaine, which is that she's not stupid. She knows what she's saying, it's just that she has a habit of letting her ego get to her. Because the problem with her is she wants to be this great symbol of women can do this, women can do that, we are great. But then she also wants to be this unifier of a bunch of people. And she wants, like, the common people to think that she's a part of them, that she's with them. Problem with Pokimaine is she wants to be a creator everybody likes and everybody respects. And that's the whole basis of why she has as much drama as she really does. She wants to be part of the common folk, but she also wants to have all the benefits of being rich. She wants to pretend she's helping people when in reality she doesn't give a shit. All she cares about is herself and what she does. Like, there are a lot of creators that are great, like Charlie, Moist Critical. He actually does things to help. Hell, there are people like Eminem, who's a multi-millionaire. And guess what? He's done more for his community than most rich people ever have. But the thing is, people like that, they show it by actions. This girl, she's all talk. She says things because she wants people to like her. And then she fucks up because there's a lot of people that immediately know she's a hypocrite, she's a liar. She doesn't actually believe what she says. She's just doing it for brownie points on the internet or something. And that's the whole basis of why people keep getting pissed off at her. The worst part about this is another case of, oh, a rich person who's happy and has a great life wanting fucking socialism.
Do you think someday we'll have a revolution like that in America? Right? It's getting there, right?
We already have one.
Another one.
What's going on?
The wealth disparity is getting bad.
The wage gap, I hate that
Yeah, the problem with that is, if it's getting bad, you one of the first people being lynched. I'm not even joking. Like, you really think they're gonna choose Keanu Reeves over you? You really think they're gonna choose Eminem over you? No, they're gonna go after you first because you're nothing but a worthless piece of shit. Like, the reality is, if they had that, guess who would be the first one lynched? You. But at the same time, because the problem she has is she's rich, but she's not rich enough to survive a revolution. Jeff Bezos has enough money that he could hire an entire security team, leave America, go to a random secluded island, and live the rest of his life in luxury. But you're not rich enough to do that. So, you're gonna be fucking stuck here, and you're gonna be lynched just like everybody else.
shit.
No wealth disparity.
Wealth disparity.
Wage gap is like between men and women. Men and women, we love each other.
Thanks.
And we hate the rich. Anyways.
Bitch, you are the rich. Bitch, you are the rich. You gotta think what you're saying.
Too much.
Aren't you the rich?
Exactly. Exactly. Let's look at Pokimaine's net worth. Hey, let's see. Miss I Hate the Rich. Wow. 6 million. Yep. Okay, so here it is. This is wealthometer.org. But anyways, so if we put Pokimaine on the rich scale, 6 million per household member. I'm just going to put her by herself because why not? Which is more than 99% of the US population own, which means that 99% of people are less wealthy than you. Less wealthy than you. You fucking idiot, Pokimaine. You gotta think these things through before you say this stuff. You are richer than literally 99% of the people you walk past. The only people that are likely to be richer than you either own companies or are celebrities. There is literally no other person that's gonna be richer than you in almost any room you're in. And to be honest, your friends barely even count if they're all rich streamers. But look, this is where you are, Pokimaine. Right here. This is you. This is you. You have to really think these things through. This is why people really don't like you. You say things because you want to be relatable, but you're not relatable. But anyways, this is the problem with Pokimaine. She says things because she wants to be relatable. She wants to be a part of us. Because most of the people who watch her streams are not rich. In fact, most of the people who watch her streams are the ones who made her rich in the first place. She wants to pretend like she's a part of it, when in actuality, she's better off than everybody else. You're gonna be one of the first people lynched, and you know it if a socialist revolution starts. You're just saying it because you want to be cool or quirky or whatever. You don't actually believe in what you're saying.
No! Like the ultra rich, the ultra giga rich.
You are the ultra giga rich. 99%. She doesn't understand that she has to really think the things she says out like this. Because you want to know who's also richer than 99% of people? Here it is. You wanna know who's also a multimillionaire? Moist Critical. You wanna know who has less problems than you? Moist Critical. You wanna know why? Because you say you want to help people. You say you're a part of it. You say you like poor people. But you always call them broke boys and shit. This is Charlie. He actually helps poor people. He actually is a good person. Everything you say you are, Charlie lives it. There's a difference between you and him. Everything that Pokimaine thinks she is, Charlie is in reality. Everything she wants to be is what Charlie is. But she doesn't want to do all the work and effort it takes to be a Charlie. Because being Charlie is hard. Charlie does his best to actually help out people and actually do nice things. And guess what? He has more money than you. And you want to know something? If I had to choose between lynching him and you, I would choose you 100% of the time without even questioning it, because that's how much people actually like Charlie. It doesn't matter if the person's rich. It matters the content of their character. Look, Pokimaine, the biggest problem you have is you say things, but you don't mean them. The difference between you and someone like Charlie. See this guy? He has more money than you. Far more money than you. That's 2024. That's not even counting 2025. I don't even know what it would be 2025. But you want to know the reality? Most people would choose to lynch you. If they had to choose between getting rid of you and Charlie, most people would choose to get rid of you instead of Charlie, even though he has more money than you. It does not matter that you're rich. People don't give a shit about that. The only thing people care about is your morals in reality, because it doesn't matter how rich you are. Most people love Charlie far more than you because he actually lives, breathes, and acts what you want to, which is a great person who helps out people. You say those things because you want to take the easy route and make people believe you are those things. Charlie, on the other hand, actually is everything you want to be. And that's the biggest problem with you saying anything like that. You want a socialist revolution, but you're part of the ultra-rich. It's because you think you're going to be at the very top of it. Socialism doesn't improve the distribution of wealth. It just gives it to someone else at the top. And they have full control of everybody else at the bottom. Capitalism does have a lot of problems, but socialism literally can never work in reality. It's never been applied correctly. It never will be applied correctly. Because the people at the very top of socialism always become greedy at the very end, no matter who they are. It happened to the Nazis. It happened to Jonestown. And it's going to happen again if it happened here. All socialism is a power vacuum for someone who wants money, is a bunch of ideals that sound nice and kind put to society. But when they're properly implemented, it never works out because humans are not perfect and they never will be. Socialism implies that the people at the very top are perfect and good for you. Capitalism, on the other hand, understands that there's things to human nature such as greed, such as competition, such as all that. That's why it always works better that way. But Jesus, Pokimaine, another mistake in your list of giant mistakes. You want to be perfect. You want to be loved. But you also have to take the consequences of doing that. Pokimaine, the problem you have is you want people to look at you like you're above them. Like you're some kind of judge on morality, or some kind of god or whatever. The problem is, that's just a facade. And you're terrible at putting it up. That's why a lot of people hate every time you do something like this. Somebody like Asmongold, he has a lot of takes people don't love. But you want to know what he has above you? Which is, he actually is what he says. He puts out his opinions and he doesn't care what you think. That's why he has less drama than you. And even if a lot of people don't like it, it's far easier to respect someone who knows he's not perfect and doesn't give a shit, rather than someone who thinks they're perfect and thinks all their opinions are the correct ones. But anyways, that's pretty much it for this video, and I'm definitely going to watch Voice Critical after this.